please. Someone flips me a bad body. So, it's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Tre. What's good?
Yes, cuz. What you saying? Hopefully you're blessed. Hopefully you're cool. Big up to the community as well. Big up to Jams. Obviously, Jams is obviously saying big up to BNG. Big up to yours truly, Tre. And big up to you. And big up to the whole of the community. We obviously do this for you. And we're obviously excited to do this end of week roundup, of course. But, you know, before we get into the show, cuz, normally I like to ask you how your week's been. But I can't even lie to you, cuz we need to get straight down to business because it's been a good event yesterday. I can't even lie. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot to review. Before we obviously get into the show properly, I just wanted to obviously give a shout out to Neutral and obviously Al Heyman behind the cameras as well. A tremendous watch along, and we obviously got Andrew in the comments saying happy weekend, lads. And you've just saw the watch along thumbnail. Al Heyman, could you put a preview of
My hand from Munguia. There's another one. This is tremendous. A right from Canelo. An uppercut from Canelo. Oh, this is fantastic stuff. What a fight. Oh, he's got him. Canelo's uppercut. He's on the ground. Munguia's been knocked down. What an uppercut. Oh, tremendous stuff. Munguia's up. He's up. He's okay. But my God, he felt that. Bang. That uppercut.
Boosh? You see that last little uppercut? Big up Neutral. The reason why we got big up Neutral, of course, is we saw El Presidente, you know, retain his undisputed championship for the fourth time. And cuz I've been putting these four fingers up, you know, all week because there's a sign. 4 titles, fourth knockdown. No, knockdown in round 4. Defended his title for the fourth time. And look what happened. It was a tremendous showing. But big up to both warriors, of course. Andrew's obviously saying plenty of debate in the group chat this week. And of course, it's not much of a debate. You know, when it's 3 versus 1 and you got one person handling 3 people, it's nothing. So just putting it out there, man. So big up to Neutral as well. He's obviously saying thank you guys. What a night. And big up the whole iBoxingHub family. Big up to you. The reason why I was going to give you your shout outs is because we call you our very own Jim Watt of watch along boxing commentary. Like the energy's good, and I hope you know the community enjoyed it, man. But cuz, firstly, sorry, no Ben and Jerry for you today. Obviously, I know if Munguia did win, then you obviously would have got your Ben and Jerry's today, man. But yeah, we can do another bet for another day, of course.
No worries, man. No worries.
Wait, what am I getting? What am I getting? Cuz I said Canelo was winning.
Well, you know, it's your day today. Do you know what I'm saying? It's your day today, you know. So you can, you know, do you know what I mean? You're on fire today. So, do you know what I mean? You're coming across with that Stone Cold Steve Austin energy. So, you know.
Always.
No, I mean,
Always.
look. The fight was, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. I give it to Munguia. Like, look, he's never fought anyone on the same level as Canelo. And between round 1 and 4, he was actually doing really, really good. I think throughout the fight, I think he done well. But I think after that knockdown, I don't know. Some would say he lost his confidence. I don't know, but he felt the body shots. And overall, it was a respectful fight. Do you know what I mean? It was a respectful fight. And like I said to you, Munguia has to avoid training with Canelo. Not just that, if it goes to distance, Canelo most probably win on points. I did say that, even though I wanted Munguia to win. But it's just interesting, you know, just to see like Benavidez was there, and Canelo said it again, and I think a few people were booing. He said for that fight to happen, they need to pay him X amount of money. But then sometimes I think, ain't he being a bit unfair to his fellow Mexican?
You know what, cuz it's obviously a good point, and big up to the whole of the community as well. Obviously, Bukayo Saka must be happy Arsenal doing a job. He's obviously saying love the watch along yesterday. Is a new way fighting this Monday? Yes, the fight is happening this Monday. And Palamos is obviously saying, Jim Watt, that's a compliment. Wow. Yeah, it's absolutely a big compliment as well. And Jams is saying, yep, same as me. And yeah, it's just one of those things, of course. With Canelo's situation, look, we've got obviously our group chat. We've had obviously a lot to say, about El Presidente. The reason why I call him El Presidente is because he's taken the mantle from Mayweather, and he's pretty much been carrying the sport, for years consistently. This is not just over one or two fights. This has been over the years, and when you think about that, May the 4th date or the Cinco de Mayo weekend date and that September date, Canelo's had that since, Mayweather made that his own, of course. And since then, it's like the Undertaker streak. I believe this is the 10th time he's done Cinco de Mayo weekend. And he's obviously had a tremendous showing. Guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong, if he has been defeated in that time, but since then he's obviously put on a good show. I think that the fight with Benavidez, he deserves to get a big payday for that fight. That gif, he says payday, payday, payday in English. Yeah, of course, I think he deserves it because of everything that he's put in the sport. A lot of people are saying, oh, if he doesn't fight Benavidez, it ruins his legacy. I disagree. I think, you just look at what he's been able to achieve in this sport, being one of the only Mexicans in the full belt era to be undisputed. And plus, cuz, he's one of the only active fighters to be able to defend that undisputed crown 4 times as well, cuz, man. So, in terms of his legacy, it doesn't get affected whether or not he fights Benavidez, but something tells me after seeing Benavidez there was a moment where they kind of looked at each other and he pointed down and said, "Yep, this fight could happen potentially September or that next date in 2024. Who knows, man?" So, yeah, I'm obviously just excited, of course. Let me just quickly run through James's comment right here. It was neutral. Jaime showed heart of a lion to get up from that uppercut in the 4th. Showed real class and resilience. Definitely agree with you, bro. And big up boxing after dark. Where you got Canelo in the pound for pound list? He has to be. It's a good question. It's a good question. Just based on what he's done in the sport, you're gonna have to put him in the top five. I would say comfortably in the top five, top three. What are you saying, cuz?
Top three, top three,
Mm.
top three. Yeah.
Yeah, now big up Boxing After Dark as well, guys. If you're not tuned into Boxing After Dark's content, make sure you head over to their channel straight after this show, and you just need to see the episodes of stuff that he's got in these portfolios. Absolutely tremendous. So, and big up to Aisha as well from Green Diamond Boxing. She's obviously saying good evening, all. Big up to you. Big up to you as well, Aisha. Tremendous work as always. And 4th behind Usyk, Crawford, and Inoue, which is fair. It is fair. It is fair. It is fair. And Lucy's obviously saying full credit to Munguia. He had no chance of winning, but he did better than I thought he would. Same as me. If I'm honest with you, Lucy, obviously I made a wager, and I thought Canelo would have got the late stoppage in the championship rounds, but something tells me, and Abbas, obviously the host of the crossover and Stay Weighed In, he obviously mentioned and picked it up as well that maybe did he go a bit easy on his fellow Mexican in the end? Could he have, pushed a little bit more to get that stoppage? Just to make it a bit of a respectful ending. Who knows, man? But regardless, I said win, lose or draw, Munguia is going to look great, and I think he's a future, dominant champion in the 168 division after Canelo leaves, of course.
Wow, that's a huge statement. That's a big statement that you've made there. But don't get me wrong, there are a few decent people in that division. You've got Caleb Plant, you've got Charlo, you've got is it Belanga?
Yeah, Belanga's moved up. He's moved
Oh,
up
okay.
to. He's be moving up to 175 as well. He might go back down. Surely, yeah. He surely went easy. This is what I'm saying, cuz this is why I love Lucy, because she also sees the things that other people are kind of looking at as well. Because you did see after the knockdown, he took a few rounds off to recoup, maybe get the boy to deep waters, which he did. But I felt on that 11th, 12th round, he could have stopped him possibly, and if he would have stopped him, obviously would have been a very happy man. But regardless, I think it's the title of the show, of course. The teacher takes the pupil to school, and experience came into play there. Cause it's not even a disrespect. It's not a disrespect. Canelo's been fighting since the age of 15. He's had over 60 fights. He's had, look how many championship fights he's had as well. Cinco de Mayo, that was his 10th Cinco de Mayo weekend fight, and that was Munguia's first as well. So, in terms of experience, it did favor Canelo in that situation. But big up to both warriors. It was a tremendous show. I know a lot of people weren't really happy, seeing the fight first. But look, I was happy, with the outcome and with what happened in the end.
Okay, apart from Benavides, who would you like to see Canelo fight next? Because they're talking about Belanga.
I think, yeah, Belanga will be a good one. Obviously, big up to Mr. Styles 619. Yeah, possibly. I don't know what's happening with Belanga. Is he moving up? Is he gonna stay at 175? Is he gonna go back down? It's the same kind of situation with Benavides. He's obviously moving up. We saw the presser, which we're obviously gonna talk about in the next part of the show, of course. Next opponent, I would say, is why not a Caleb rematch? Why not a Caleb rematch potentially? You got also, yeah, it looks like Belang would be a good one. It looks like Belang.
Do you know what?
Morel,
That-
David Morel as well. Look, David Morel. Obviously, Lucy's saying that Morel's moving up to fight for the secondary WBA belt. If he wins and stays at 175, that would make Belanga, Canelo, mandatory for the WBA. So I think Belanga fights in September.
Do
This
you
is
know
interesting.
what? I think because Bertapif is injured, I think Bivol should fight Canelo next. I think they should run it back, rematch at 168.
Ooh,
I think they
you've
should.
been saying that for years, cuz I can't even lie to you.
Yes,
And
yeah. You
yeah.
say it for months. I think they should run it back.
Mm, that's a good shout, man. Everyone, what do you think? Bivol versus Canelo for Canelo's undisputed, super midweight titles. What you guys saying? Can Canelo get his revenge at a lower weight, or are we going to see Bivol come down to 168 and get that second win over Canelo, which is obviously going to be an interesting one. But I think Canelo will be game for that. But I think Canelo, I don't think he would want to defend his titles against a Bivol.
Well, that's the thing because
Give you.
Bivol said, because Canelo wanted the rematch at 175. Bivol said, no, I'll come down and fight you at 168. Canelo didn't want it.
Yeah, man, it's a risky
Bivol
fight.
could potentially be the boogeyman for Canelo.
Yeah, yeah. It's true. It's true. It's true. And look, obviously, Jams is saying there's a lot of chatter this September. Canelo versus Belanga for all the smoke. Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's definitely a possibility as well. Mr. Styles 619, thank you so much for getting involved in the chat. He's obviously saying no Bivol destroys him again at either super midweight or light heavyweight, which is obviously true as well.
Yep.
June 1st, June 1st. He's highlighting June 1st. Ooh, June 1st. What date is
That's
that? So I think
that's the
Canelo has a very
5 piece
difficult
fight.
time. Oh yes, 5v5, yes, of course. So the fights
Five piece
obviously get
fight.
cancelled. Boom, boom, boom. So I think Canelo has a very difficult time against Bivol at whichever weight. Yeah, of course, cause it just goes on to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Bivol could be just the boogeyman of Canelo in terms of his style, what he brings, and yeah, it might not be the
But
fight that he would want.
This is how I see it, right? There's two people. Either Bivol in September. That's it. Because look, we don't want to see him fighting Charlo. We don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But the two opponents, like I said, Bivol or Benavides, that'll be a tremendous fight. It'll be a good fight. It'll be a tough fight. I think it'll
We
be a
say
tough fight.
168, cuz.
168. Run it. Let's do it at 168. 168. I think, like Canelo said, if the money's right for Bivol, not Benavides, for Bivol, I think he'll do it.
I think he'll do it as well,
He'll
cuz.
do it. If the money's right, he will do it.
No, definitely. Now that you said it, it will make sense. Of course, Jams as well. Thank you so much for getting involved. It's been confirmed that Bivol is still going to fight June 1st on the 5v5 card, but no
Really?
opponent has been announced on the day. So,
Do you know what? I think Thingy should step up and fight Bivol, Boatsi.
yes,
Because
come on.
initially, Boatsi,
Yeah.
obviously, I understand he was supposed to fight Yard. I don't know what's going on there, but because Bertabiv, he's out, he's got a knee injury. I don't know how long he's out for. And if Bivol wants to get busy, I think it's right if he fights what's his name? Boatsi, because I believe Boatsi's next in line for a title shot, right?
For the WBA. Yeah, yeah.
Makes perfect sense. That's only
Mandatory, I
if.
believe.
That's if Boatsi's match ready. Do you know what I mean?
He has to be
Yeah.
though, cuz. So I think we had a brief conversation about this off air, on our WhatsApp chat as well. I definitely feel that Boatsi, opportunities in life, doesn't always come, and unfortunately, Bivol, I'm just answering Bukayo Saka's question here. He's got an injury with his knee, so he's going to be out for a couple of months or whatever. So the perfect opponent to step in for me. And what you're saying, cuz, is just put Boatsi in there, man. He has to be ready. Because when are you gonna? He would have had to wait possibly next year for a title shot. But if that call comes, man, he should relish it and take it. I know he's got this whole negotiations with Yard, man, but this is a fight that you can't miss out on.
Yeah. I mean, well, if it ain't Boatsi and if it ain't Yard, who else would get the opportunity to fight Bivol?
Oh, guys, get involved, get involved. Who would you like to see Bivol against if it's not Boatsi and Yard? Obviously, Lucy's saying I heard Bivol was fighting a guy named Malik Zanad. Guys, have any idea who Malik is? Does he have a chance, to become champion? Is it more of a tune-up just to keep him active? I don't know if Boatsi or Yard will take such an important fight on late notice, especially Boatsi since he's in line to get the shot anyway. I agree, but in life you just never know. When you get these opportunities, you gotta relish it. I actually brought the example of obviously in our WhatsApp group that Pacquiao, he had 2 weeks notice for a fight, cuz he still took it, became a world champion against Ledwaba. And look, if a man legendary status is taking a fight of 2 weeks notice, come on, these guys can, take a month or whatever off a few weeks and take this, man. Do you know what I mean? Oh, look, Jams is confirming Zinad is 26-0, so he's undefeated. Yeah, it could be a good opponent for him, man. But I can't lie, cuz who would you rather? Zinad, Boatsi, Yard? Who you going
Boatsi,
for?
man. Boatsi. Going for Boatsi.
Just because he's mandatory as well. Obviously, I'm a bit favoritism towards Yard, East
No,
London, of course.
reason why I say that is because Yard has had two world
Title
title
shot
shots
already,
already. Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? So I just think it'll be fair if that opportunity was to come. I would rather Boatsi than Yard. No disrespect
Yeah.
to Yard, but end of the day, uh, if Bertabiv is out and he's injured, if Bivol fights on the card on the 1st of June, then
Mm.
hopefully Boatsi should get that shot next. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously Bertabiv, due to injury, he probably needs a warm up fight. He can't just go straight in the deep end because Bivol's going to be active, whereas he's going to be inactive. Do you know what I mean? So who knows? if Boatsi gets that title shot, he can ruin the party. It could be Boatsi and Berthabit for the belts. Do you know what I mean? So interesting times.
Yeah, no, it's interesting times, of course. Obviously, it's the last 10 minutes of the show, of course. We had, we had the joys of, having this Cinco de Mayo special event yesterday, but also we had the press conference, the launch for Davis versus Martin, and Benavidez obviously makes his return. Al Heyman, could you put up the poster for the events? Of course, this is obviously going to be a big card, because this is a big card. 2 titles. You got obviously Tank, you got Benavidez. They're back. 2 of the most exciting fighters in boxing today, in terms of their knockouts, in terms of their explosiveness, and just in terms of their energy as well. I'm really excited for this show. These 2, you could tell, it's heated up. You saw what Tank had to say to Frank, the Ghost marketing, of course. You can just see that these 2 just don't like each other, and it just makes it juicy. And big up to these 2 as well. The fact that, they're brethren, it's like they're both brothers, they want each other to win in their respective fights, and they wanted to, do an event together. And this is just perfect, for both guys to do this event, of course. I'm taking Tank and Benavidez to win their respective fights. Cuz, what you saying? What did you think of the presser
Yes.
yesterday, Cuz, as well,
Yeah,
man?
it got
Tank is
it got
back.
it. He's back, yeah. It got heated, and they asked him his prediction. He said late stoppage, 8 or 10, and he wants Shakur next. So this is why I want Tank to win, so I can see him and Shakur Stevens. But I just want to know, with this fight, is it for the legitimate title or is it for the regular belt?
No, it's full title. Tank got promoted to full champion when Haney
Right,
disposed of the titles when he moved up. So
right.
this is for a legitimate world title. So obviously Aisha's just confirming, and we obviously said this off air as well.
Yeah.
That day is going to be a busy day. Boxing fans, we can't complain. We've got this massive card in Crystal Palace. We've got Riakpo and Chris Smith. And then, cuz, later on in the evening, you've got that double header. You've got that double header. You got Tank and Benavidez. So that fight, that night, cuz, is going to be really, really busy. And I can't wait. And as a boxing purist fan, this is just what we live for. I absolutely love it, man. So I'm really excited. I'll be shocked if upset Benavidez, but I think Tank is going to beat the hell out of Frank Martin. I think he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder as well. He's angry.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be shocked. Ooh, if he beat Benavidez. Ooh, maybe. Ooh, so Haney, was it Haney fully vacated? Yep. So it's for the title. Yes, for the full title. So that Frank the Ghost Martin is getting his first world title shot
Title
as
shot,
well. So
yeah.
that's why he's up for it, man. He's really, really up for it.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I can't wait. June the 15th.
Oh,
I
Palamos is
cannot
gonna be
wait.
at Palace. We're gonna be at Palace as well, man. So hopefully, we can link up and just enjoy the fight as well. I know that night is gonna be absolutely tremendous. Also, what's next for Cheetah Garcia, and does Haney's loft? No. So with that whole situation, I think that we just want to focus on the boxing subjects in mind now. Garcia's situation, Haney's situation. I think Haney obviously come out and said that he doesn't want to fight, Garcia because of obviously what's happened. I hope in the near future that if them 2 do decide to fight, let them both fight at a catch weight. So we're not talking about excuses of weights or nothing. So if it's a catch weight of 144, let it happen, man. But the fight's definitely not happening at 140 for Haney's belt. That's not happening at all.
Do you know what? Funny you say that. I would actually like to see Garcia and Conor Ben. That's a fight. That's a fight I would like to see.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
that's a fight I would love to see. But in terms of Haney, who should be his next opponent? If not Lopez, it should be Matias.
Because I can't even lie to you. If I was Haney's manager, so if I was Bill, I'll be looking at the Sandor Martin mandatory fight first before thinking about Matthias, man, because we just saw. Yes, I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, but the enhancement drugs and in the system or whatever." But we've seen what could potentially happen to Haney. We kind of saw the vulnerabilities before, with Lomachenko, with other fights. Matthias is a different kettle of fish, man, in my opinion. He takes shots. He's a come forward fighter, aggressive. He reminds me of a smaller Benavides in terms of his style. Come forward, always on the, he's always the aggressor in fights as well. He'll throw in his combinations, and he's just got power, man. So it is a dangerous fight. Obviously, Al Heyman's confirming that Haney's still the king. Maybe in his mind, man, but to the world, we've seen that he can be beaten, and he needs to come back stronger, and just prove to doubters like myself that he could fight the big dogs, man. We want to see him versus the tanks, the Shakur Stevensons, the Teofimo Lopez's, the Matias's in this situation. He needs to fight these guys now.
Well, hopefully we get to see Tank and Shakur Stevenson, what, September or October. That's a fight I really want to see.
Oh, cuz that's a dream. That
That's a
that
dream
would
fight.
be a dream. That's a dream fight. I think that would be a lot of people's dream fight as well. It will be unification, I believe, as well, because obviously
Yes,
Tank's the WBA. Shakur Stevenson's is the full
WBC.
WBC champion. Get the unification on going. You've got obviously Kambosos and Lomachenko fighting for the IBF title as well. So that division's looking juicy. We could
Do you know
potentially
what?
see one of them become undisputed
I can see Lomachenko beating Kambosos, and I can see Tank fighting Lomachenko if he
for the
doesn't get to
unification.
fight Shakur Stevens next. I can see that
Yeah,
happening.
that's a real possibility. We need to see it though, cuz I think like a lot of people, and look, Tank gets a lot of stick for how he was managed, by Mayweather, etc. They didn't want to put him in with Lomachenko at the time, but him, the fighter, I'm sure he wanted to, fight Lomachenko at the time, but it just didn't materialize. So him fighting Lomachenko now, let's see what he does in this fight. If he wins, becomes champion, then there's no excuses. Them two should fight. Unification. Let's get that fight finally on. When Tank does win that fight, imagine that fight with Shakur could be for 3 belts, man, and that would just make things. Oh, that's something that I would love to see, man. So
I reckon that if Tank unifies the division, then he'll probably move up to 140.
yeah, he's been there before as well. Remember, he had that fight with El Azteca. He obviously fought yesterday, Mario Barrios against Marcus Maidana's little brother at the time, and it was a bit of a dull fight, but it was a bit of a tough fight. But he obviously got the job done. But potentially, I could see Tank moving up to 140. Definitely, he's been there, he's done it. Maximum. What do you think the biggest weight Tank can go up to, guys? In your opinion?
143.
Oh, so you don't think you can make 4-7? Is that a bit of a push?
I don't know because he said that he would love to fight Conor Ben. So I don't know. I don't know. It would have to be catchweight. I can't because Tank is naturally a small guy.
Yeah.
There's a difference is if he can make that weight, but can he fight in that weight in 147?
That's true, man. We've got a lot of comments that's going on. Like, big up to everyone that's obviously getting involved in the chat as well. Who do you think? Would you have winning between Lomachenko and Kambosos, Hughes and Sugar Neats next week as well? Yeah, big up to both fighters. I do like Sugar Neats' energy. She possibly could get the win, and Lomachenko could get the win against Kambosos as well. But Kambosos is the younger fighter, man. He should win on paper. He should. But
Should.
we're gonna really see if what Lomachenko's got in the tank? Has he got enough in the tank to get the job done? Because prime Lomachenko gets this done easily. But because he's at that age now where he's reached his maximum weight, he's at that limit now. He can't get any bigger. This is what we're going to be getting with Lomachenko. So it's going to be interesting, man. I absolutely can't wait as well. Big up Nina Hughes is what Hakan's saying. Big up to you, Hakan, as well. I have Hughes winning that fight, Lucy. What's Lucy saying? Tank's a little guy. I agree with you. Tank is a small guy. And Tank is only 5'4", which is true. So Aisha's obviously confirming no Green Diamond boxing show tomorrow, but we'll be back next week, inshallah. Apologies. No worries, Aisha. You've obviously done a tremendous job, thus far, with your shows, and I know it's going to be a great one. And the last time I saw Kambosos fight, he should have lost to Maxi Hughes, so I got Lomachenko, which is fair. When
Yeah.
Biyenge is leaning up to the camera, I'm thinking Adrian Broner is in the house. AB.
It was.
AB.
I see him
About the billions.
with Tank. Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, of
Yeah, he's
course.
coming back. Yeah, he's coming back. He wants to be a world champion again. So yeah, best of luck
At
to him.
140, I'm guessing he wants to fight Haney. He wants that Haney fight. He actually wants that Haney fight, man. So let's see what happens, of course, cuz, man. But obviously, we're coming up to the end of the show as well. Guys, we would love to spend hours upon hours with you. But obviously, we're coming up to the end, of course. Before we obviously wrap up, Al Heyman, could you put the weekly schedule for the people so that, they can know what the plan is, for next week? Obviously, Mondays, we just got the confirmation that there is no Green Diamond boxing, but Tuesday, Stay Weighed In is back. Abbas and Ray will be back, obviously, to do their roundup, especially for this fight that just happened over the weekend, of course. Wednesdays, we're going to be back here to round up. So obviously myself and my cousin as well. We've obviously got the R&R hour on Thursday, Friday. We obviously got the hard talk, which is back. Everyone's going to be excited about that. Neutral's obviously going to bring some great energy. Saturdays, we've obviously got a watch long, depending on the event. And Sundays, we have a roundup, which is back here, of course. Al Heyman is obviously confirming that there's a watch along tomorrow as well. Big up also to Boxing After Dark. Can you bring that comment up? Cheers for the show, lads. Take it easy. Take it easy to you too as well. And guys, make sure you tune in to Boxing After Dark as well. The stories that he has on there is absolutely tremendous. And also, before we wrap up as well, got to big up the sponsors. I see my cuz pointing at the sponsors. So big up D-Rock as well, D-Rock Clothing. So guys, take advantage of the 40% off discount. All you got to do is just put in the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you can get 40% off anything. So if you like the tracksuit that I'm wearing, or if you like the tracksuit that my cousin's wearing, please. And also we've got Jams that took advantage of the discount code as well. Guys, just take advantage. Go in the description and do it. So, cuz, I'm going to hand it over to yourself. Unless there's a topic you had in mind that you wanted to discuss quickly.
Today has been your day. Yeah, your man won, so today's been your day.
El Presidente, give him the respect that he deserves. Not you. I'm talking about the community. Give him the respect that he deserves. With or without Benavidez, he's still a legend. He's still one of the greats, and he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. So we got to give El Presidente his props. So we give him his flowers for today. And obviously, it's Sunday, people. Blessings to everyone. Obviously, I wish you all a tremendous, tremendous day. May God just be with all you guys. And may blessings be everyone's portion, of course. Wrap us up, cuz.
Receive that one, man. Amen. Listen, guys.
Amen.
Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, share, subscribe, keep following, keep supporting. Have a lovely, productive week or weekend. Enjoy your bank holiday weekend, and we shall see you on Wednesday. Peace and love.
it's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, with your bag it up. Light up my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flips me a bag it up. So, it's another one, yeah, it's a full screen,